Hi, I'm Harmony. I'm a top 500 sim player, and I'll be reviewing a VOD from CherryCola, who's currently in Masters with Symmetra. Okay, so you place some turrets near their spawn, which is just for ult charge. You're not going to get anything else out of them. But as soon as they die, you need to place new turrets, because you want to have turrets that will hit the enemy like during the fight, like at the choke or wherever. You don't want to just have your spawn turrets and then not have any turrets like for the fight. So right now, your 2 turrets just broke and you have 2 turrets off cooldown. So immediately you need to be placing new turrets to get maximum value, which you don't do. On VCC6 here, I like to place a turret up here, or in this bush, past this big stone here, or like right here to help defend your teleporter, or even over here to attack anyone who's going through tunnel. But you don't place any.
I fucked up my TP. I wanted to put it here, but I wasn't paying attention. What? It's already destroyed.
Yeah, your TV was destroyed because it's in direct line of sight of anyone going through tunnel. I would have placed it on high ground. Not only because it was less likely to get destroyed, but high ground is also a safer position than out in the open over here. And right now, you have no turrets around you, and your teleporter was just destroyed, and you're not really playing with your team. So right now, I would just start placing turrets on the ground or on the wall right here, in case the enemy tries to go for you, or if you get dived, or if the TPS go for you, or whatever. You have no escape. So I would just start placing turrets around you to protect yourself from that. Yeah, it's too late. You didn't have a teleporter or turrets or anything to help with that.
I fucked up my sim. Oh my god, maybe I should have put it on high ground. I'm not thinking. I'm literally so bad now. I'm bad at this fucking game. The lore from Overwatch 2 Sims dead and no longer playable, honestly. The way this Genji's playing this ugly ass skin.
So right now, I would just start placing turrets immediately. You have a total all 3 off cooldown, so I would just place 1 by cart, because cart is like dangerously close to the end of the point here, so you know it would get value.
And there's one in the back.
Right now, no one's in your LOS, no one's just trying to attack you, so you have time to put 1 or 2 turrets down and then teleport them, instead of putting teleporter and then turret, so that your turrets don't have to go through the setup animation. And as you can see here, your turret doesn't get any value. And right now, you're just waiting for them to destroy your teleporter. You know they're not going to take it. So in order to save like that 1 or 2 seconds off your teleporter cooldown, I would have manually destroyed it myself as soon as I exited it, because I knew I wasn't going to go back through it. And that would start the cooldown earlier, so you would have teleporter sooner. Instead, you just wait for their diva to kill it, and that just wastes a few seconds.
And there's one in the back still.
Right now, I would be looking for a teleporter somewhere, because you're not doing very much from cart here. Like, I would look for a teleporter, like, up to high ground, or I like to TP behind this rock on low ground here, because the rock gives you some cover, and that you can spam orbs from there. Or I would try to contest the Ana again. Anything is better than just sitting on cart. Oh shit, I just went somewhere else in the VOD. Anyway.
Anna's one in the back still. I feel like my team just forgets about me. What's the point of the story? You admitted to theft. That's the point. I'm dead. The soldiers buffs went through. They did. I'm literally not even like trying this game. I need to like focus.
I agree.
Oh. Okay. Hold up, Charlie. Let me mute the music for the content.
TP to high ground.
I'm not using my TV. Fuck y'all. Y'all don't like me. Why would I help y'all now?
Right now, you have 3 turrets off cooldown, and really, your 1 turret that you have placed is all the way back on point A, so really you have 0 turrets placed. So right now, before the fight even starts, you should be placing a few turrets, like maybe here, or right here. So to get that cooldown started, so you'll have more turrets later, but you just don't place any here. You place 1, but it's kind of late, and it gets immediately destroyed.
Don't worry, guys. I'm flopping. Don't you worry.
You win the fight anyway, though.
Right about me. I'm just not really trying. Like, I don't know. I don't have the same, like, fire I did with Sim, like, back then. I'm just, like, vibing now. I mean, I might be playing bad, but I don't really care. The thing is with me, I know when I play bad. These bitches can never tell when they're playing bad, ever. Where are they?
Alright, these are some good turrets. Yeah. Kill the Genji with it.
Cherry sure in the streets how the DPS, honestly. Like, these bitches really want to try me, don't they?
I can flux bleed. Maybe. They're pushing bottom right.
Their team is so fucking weird.
This is a really good TP, because you know they're playing dive, and you are prime target for their dive. So you can just TP out. You have the TP already set up for you to escape when they dive, and then you can TP back in when it's safe. And as soon as that fight ends, I'm looking at my turret count. I'm seeing that it's not 3, and I'm placing more turrets. Which it takes you a long time to do that.
I'm dead. I heard you coughing earlier. I could be infected now. Oh, me coughing? Oops. I think we should switch off soldier.
I have their support off.
There's not much you could do that fight, since your soldier got killed early.
This soldier is so, like, bruh, I cannot with him. He's so annoying.
You can't really peel with Sig. I mean, he's been doing a lot, though.
Get away from me! Why do you keep walking towards me?
Yeah, there's nothing you could do there either since your Roadhog just walked into you.
She's one.
Right now, the fight is kind of ended. So same thing again, I'm looking at my turrets and placing some more.
Here, I'm dead. Don't you just love to see it?
These are good turrets. Okay, that was good.
Girl, tennis grunts and cutie call wins the games. Exactly. I would talk, but this soldier's so fucking annoying. He sounds like a fucking old fart. Like an actual old fart. He's like, hello, hello, hello. Moira, hello. Like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Look, if I was a Moira, I wouldn't heal him. I'd just be like, okay, guess you're dying.
Are you serious?
Genji one, Genji one, Genji one, Genji one, kill Genji.
Don't you just love anti?
You played that fight pretty well.
Voice is something like affect other people, so not one day.
What the fuck?
Now, why is he saying what the fuck? He was like an LOS of her.
Right now, I'd be placing turrets. I would place like one or maybe two on the cart. Maybe one in tunnel here. Just so you can start getting new turrets as soon as possible.
Me trying to spam a teleporter, but I got knocked up in the air. Why are they on?
Even if you want to TP there to try to get the attention of the enemy and spam orbs, I wouldn't have invested all those turrets because the teleporter is not in the immediate vicinity of any of the enemies, so the turrets don't get any value.
Doomfist. We love Doomfist.
I would have just played with a team, or maybe put TP under the main building here. And then put turrets inside that building. That's a good way to distract the enemy and try to bait them in there. There are multiple ways you could attack this point. But that was not one of them.
Whatever, I'm just gonna stay with the team.
Yeah, right now I would like start placing turrets. I really don't save all of them for a TP bomb. Like, it's much easier to get value if I just like place a turret up here and on cart, and then host with the frontline fight. Yeah, what you do, but could have had the cooldown start earlier.
I'd kill him.
Okay, right now you got level 3 beam from their Reinhardt, but no one's really pushing with you in the front line. So I would have like TP'd into gas station and try to attack from a different angle once you get your beam charge from the Reinhardt, because you're not going to kill the Reinhardt. All you're going to do is get beam charge from him.
My Winston's just feeding at this point.
But yeah, I don't know how your Winston died that fight.
Win this fight! We could at least kill fucking Winston. slander. We love walking into fire strikes. Come on, Reinhardt's ult charge. I hate your mercy and Winston. You, I'm dead. Do you know them? What the fuck?
Can we jump?
I have been. It's just the second I go in there, Doom, Monkey,
Wait,
fucking
I'm gonna
Lucio,
go buy all
and
the
all
Halloween
jump
skins.
on me. And I can't do that by
How many
myself.
coins do you have? Are you
I
gonna buy
can't.
the loot boxes?
I have primal this time. I can do something,
I don't know
but
what our team is in.
I don't know.
I hate being sick so much. I hope you feel better. I give up. I don't know.
Banana. Doom 1 when he gets out of me.
In these fights, you really need to be having turrets up early. Like, you all three of your turrets are off cooldown, so you might as well use them. Even if the enemy isn't right there.
Homophobic.
Oh my god, guys, please, I killed 2 people.
Yeah, and we were all dead.
Yeah, like you could have placed like even the same turrets you did last fight. The enemy wasn't right at choke, but he is right now, so like you've gone this entire fight without placing turrets.
Like that. I killed 2 people. It's like, you're stupid bitch. Like, literally, most of us are all down. It does not matter. Where is that?
You still haven't played. I'm waiting for you to place turrets right here.
Not the widow ult.
Like I usually just place turrets on cart. That's a really easy position to place them. You could have placed it like right here, or right here, or right here. And you're starting the fight with no turrets. And by now, the enemy can dive you, and it would have been much harder for them if you already had turrets up.
Oh, the fucking widow. Or whatever. I think we can win this if they just focus. Winnable. Is it winnable, chat? Do we win these? Or do we lose?
Holy fuck, he's actually toggling. What the fuck?
Cloud? I don't think it's toggling.
Probably gonna switch after this.
I'm like so fucking tired, but like I can't sleep. It's so annoying.
Diva, can you make move?
Like, how can I have a better sleep?
The same thing here. You have no turrets at all. By the time this ball engages, he probably would have died if you had a few turrets up, actually.
Where's their widow?
Oh, widow with no grapple. Fine.
What a dumb hero.
So here you should either be playing with your team, like on cart with your Moira, or somewhere with a TP, like on high ground or wherever. Just not out in the open. You really never want to be without your TP or without your team.
Stop feeding, honestly. It's so winnable.
Dead, I think. Yeah. We're in top left. Just feel like too.
Yeah, feed, you little bitches. Come on, trifecta.
That was a really good fight from you. You still have your TP up though. It's all the way back on second point.
The car wash, honestly.
I'm wondering how long it's gonna take you to delete it, since you know you're not gonna use it.
I don't want to peek their widow. Why are they on hog now? Bruh. Girls, like your soldiers playing with no monitor, like child, honestly.
And yeah, now you finally delete your teleporter. I mean, it probably didn't make a difference in that fight, but it shows that you're not the most mindful of having your teleporter on cooldown.
No. Not her nanoing the Mora.
I'm not sure what you were doing right now. I mean, right now I would like place a turret on cart, maybe up here. These are good turrets. I would have TP'd to Widow right then. Because if you're just standing on cart, then you're really hoping that your healers will pocket you.
Oh my god, that bubble. Holy
Their tracer is 1 HP.
That's a good TP.
She's like zigzagging everywhere.
Your team should be able to win this fight.
I guess winnable.
I'm dead.
No one's focusing anything. No one's focusing anything. My science teacher is screeching because the class doesn't. Can we?
I have a Reaper. Like, suffering.
Destroy the bubble! Not hard. The way they flopped him through.
Top right.
Tracer's still top left. She's one train. She didn't train car.
That was a really good stagger.
Got tracer somehow, bruh. I cannot. She's like, wow. He says you're crazy, dude. I didn't think that word was gonna hit her. I was just seeing if it was gonna get her, but it.
Okay, so right now, you have your teleporter off cooldown, and you're in a defensive position from the enemy team. Even though you're attacking, you have control of the cart, and you have control of this whole area. So I would just have some sort of TP set up for pre-fight, So just so you can get some sort of use out of TP. Like I might put it on high ground, or what I would probably do is put it on low ground right here between these two locations. And that gives you 2 spots to spam orbs from. And if they drop down, then you'll be behind them.
What? I fucking hate Reaper.
Yeah, you didn't do anything with teleporter that fight. A big problem that a lot of Symmetras have, I think, is that you'll go an entire fight without using teleporter. And sometimes there's just nothing you can do, but you should be trying to do something with teleporter pretty much all the time. Like in that fight, you're kind of just sitting on cart waiting for the enemy to come to you, and that way they know where you are the entire time, and you don't want that to happen. So, I mean, it's just like on defense, if you're defending a point on hybrid or 2CP, you'll commonly have a TP set up, like pre-fight. And that's the same thing on escort if you have control of the cart. Or when you like know where the enemy is coming from. You can set up a TP pre-fight to try to get value, try to be in different positions and spam orbs.
Bruh, Reaper is so
You might have been able to do more that fight.
to me. Isn't that's so dumb to either nerf the slow or the damage. 3500.
So again, those are fine turrets, but you need to place new turrets as soon as they're destroyed in order to get value. Like you want your turrets to be attacking the enemy at the same time you are.
Of course they have dumb fist. I don't mind it. Symmetra has the DPS if I could switch to Mercy. But
I like the choice to keep a spawn TP here. Okay, I like your turrets. Right here, I would be fighting with my Reinhardt, yeah. That's where your beam gets the most value.
that's so dumb he can get out.
You spend a lot of time trying to kill Tracer here.
Oh my god. That's so dumb he can get out.
So right now, you choose to leave your front line and try to fight the Tracer, which is an okay decision. But you're really banking on the chance that you hit her with your orb. What I would do here is just try to place turrets. You have 2 off cooldown and only 1 out of 3 plays, so I would just place some, like maybe around here to try to kill the Tracer, maybe on the roof here to help with the front line. Like, I'm not sure how your Reinhardt dies here. And you try to back out here now that your team is dead, but it's too late.
Oh my god. I mean, it's winnable.
You have to touch.
How does my Moore keep dying out of cold? I don't understand. Is he gonna
Yeah, there wasn't too much you could do there at the last fight. But in general, you want to be making more use of your cooldowns, your turret and teleporter. You're kind of saving them for like opportune moments. But in order to get the most value, you need to be using them as a mix of as often as you can and waiting for the right moment. But in most of the situations, you should just be spamming your turrets like pre-fight and then mid-fight checking, making sure that like you're not wasting your turret cooldown, you're not just saving 3 turrets on cooldown and not having any placed or only having 1 or 2 placed. I actually find that more often than not in my own games, all 3 of my turrets are on cooldown, and I don't have any because I'm using them as often as I can in order to get the most value. Like I'm replacing them as soon as they die. And as for your teleporter work was mostly fine. You could be looking for more opportunities to place a teleporter before the fight begins on both attack and defense. Um, but yeah, that's all I have for you today. And good luck in your future games.